BRAINY Dose presents 12 Things Only Truly Honest People Understand. Honesty is a virtue many people claim to possess, but only a few people are truly honest. For many, their honesty often depends on the circumstances in which they find themselves. There are actually very few truly honest individuals who would rather speak their minds than pretend to be what they aren't. While their honesty often comes with its pros and cons, their personality usually grants them a very unique perspective to situations that most people don't understand. They see things differently than most and completely understand what many others still struggle with. Let's take a look at 12 things only truly honest people understand. Number 1. Honesty is appreciated, but not always right away. One important belief of honest people is that everyone actually appreciates honesty, even if they don't do so immediately. Sometimes people may think they would prefer to hear sugar-coated words instead of bitter truths, but in reality, after the initial shock of the truths have settled, they realize that hearing the truth, no matter how painful, is more preferable than falsehood. They eventually know that truly honest responses aren't spoken out of malice, but out of a desire to help them grow. Honest people understand this principle, and it motivates them to keep speaking the truth, whatever the circumstance. Eventually, they are often thanked for it. Number 2. Some people are afraid of honesty. There are people whose world and mindset have been built based on false beliefs. For these kinds of people, their egos cannot stand brutal honesty, so they do everything possible to avoid those who always speak their minds. Honest people can easily spot these individuals, though, but this doesn't hold them back from sharing their opinions if the need arises. Number 3. Honesty is refreshing. Have you ever come across a very honest person? They are like a breath of fresh air. People most times find it difficult to say what they truly think. Sometimes this is because they are not sure of the kind of response they will get, and at other times, their reasons are not so genuine. So when we meet people who always speak their minds, they are totally different from those we're used to. Their honesty can be very contagious and may even cause others to seek to be like them, and that's a win-win for society. Number 4. Honesty is valued by society. Speaking about the effect of honesty on society, honest people understand better than many that society needs more transparent individuals across its various sectors. The truth is that we all love to have honest leadership in politics, business, and the community. We all would like to have people who genuinely have the interest of the people at heart and will lead in total honesty. Society values honesty and frowns against every hint of falsehood and lie. Of course, honest people understand this more. It keeps them motivated. Number 5. Honesty builds trust. When you meet someone who you are certain always speaks their mind no matter what, you tend to trust them more and enjoy relationships with them because you're sure they have no hidden agendas. In organizations and society in general, people always trust and seek a relationship with the honest ones. That's because in situations when they need the truth told, they know they won't be deceived or lied to. Number 6. Honesty can hurt. Honesty can be very good, but there's no denying the fact that the truth can be very painful to hear. Sometimes meeting someone with an honest opinion which contradicts yours can be awkward and painful. There are just some things we don't really want to hear. People who always speak their mind actually understand this. They try to soften the potential impact of what they have to say by carefully choosing their words while maintaining their stance on the truth. Number 7. You can take honesty too far. While being totally honest is very noble and respected, there are times when opinions are not really necessary. For example, telling somebody they need to watch their weight because they've grown too fat is just being plain rude and disrespectful. Even though total honesty is about speaking your mind, this kind of situation does not really require your brutal honesty because the person is already aware and may not be proud of their body size. Honest people tend to be more tactful in giving their opinions so that they don't go from being honest to being offensive. Number 8. Honesty often means kindness over niceness. There are times when the truth may be very painful and difficult to hear, but it still has to be said. This is almost in contrast with the previous point, but let me explain. People can sometimes be blind to the truth. However, it's important to carefully evaluate whether it will be kinder to speak the truth to them in the given situation or if it doesn't need to be said. Even if being open could hurt the other person, if it's in their best interest, it's probably best to say it. Number 9, there is a right and a wrong time for honesty. Honest people know there's a right time to speak their mind, and there's also a wrong time for it. As much as they're convinced of how beneficial honesty can be, they know there are certain times that it would be wrong to speak their minds. For instance, they know that a friend who just experienced heartbreak from their partner needs nothing but heartfelt encouragement and tender care. Telling their friend how inevitable the breakup was at this point would be rubbing salt into their wounds. So rather, they allow some time to pass, and once the dust settles, they carefully use the truth to help guide their friend. Number 10, secrets almost always find their way out. There is something about keeping secrets. Most times, they eventually get out. Sometimes this is because you continually have to be coy and dishonest to prevent the truth from being known. We usually can't keep this up forever, so many times people eventually make mistakes and spill the beans. Honest people already know this, so they don't bother to partake in covering up secrets with falsehood. They would rather say it the way it is. Number 11, being honest with yourself is most important. One of the more important things in everyday life is to be totally honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself is a key aspect to living a peaceful and happy life. For sure, honest people understand this more than most. They are entirely true to themselves and their feelings, even when those feelings are not comfortable. Being honest with themselves is the basis for their outer honesty. Number 12, honesty gives freedom. Living in falsehood is so burdensome because when you lie, you are not free. You have to constantly remember your previous lies to continue to cover up your deceptions. But being totally honest, you can live freely without fear of retributions and people finding out about your dishonesty. Some people think it's the other way around and that honest people are restricted, but that's not true. Honest people understand the great freedom that lies in the ability to express yourself the exact way you feel. They don't have to look over their shoulders or cover their tracks. Honesty truly gives them freedom. Being totally honest may have its own pitfalls, but there's no denying the fact that the benefits greatly outweigh the potential downsides. We should learn to speak the truth, even when it's not so comfortable for us. Honesty will cause people to trust us more and help us build solid relationships. If you respect others enough to tell them the truth and you value your own opinion of yourself, you'll never live a lie. Let us know what you think. Did we miss anything? Share your thoughts below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell so when we post a video, you get notified. Thanks for watching.